Guruvaya Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Jadapataya Namaha. So now we'll discuss some of the major arcana cards and see how this can be understood through Vedic understanding. So the first card I choose now, today, Magician card. Yeah, Magician card is the number one card, it's the activated card. It's one of the most popular tarot cards. It's drawn so many different ways. I got here this original Crowley deck that has 3 Magician cards. So, what is the Magician card and how it works? In a picture of the Crowley deck, you see it's a golden man bounded with the wings, and there is a small bird on top of the pillar. Small bird, like kind of locked in a pillar. So what in symbology, what in esoteric symbology this card means is the soul is linked in a body. It is it's kind of locked in a body, and it's communicating the body through intelligence. So the Magician card really represents the intelligence. By the power of intelligence, everything goes on. Intelligence is like the door guide that tells what comes in and what not. Soul is experiencing internally everything. But intelligence is the agent by which the soul is controlling the body, what to do, what not to do. It's all based on intelligence. Yeah, in Bhagavad Gita, the intelligence is compared to the reins of the horses. So the 5 horses are the 5 senses, and the reins are the intelligence that the soul is controlling the chariot that he's driving. Yeah, chariot is the body, super soul is the driver in a way. Soul is in a chariot, and is guided by the power of super soul, who holds the reins, yeah, who holds these horses, and whatever the soul desires, super soul is taking him in that direction. So the intelligent card is the reins, is the power of intelligence that now soul has. That's why it's a number 1 card, because everything depends on intelligence. You can have lots of information, lots of good books, but what happens? What you're going to do with it, you accept it or not, you put it into use or not, it's all based on intelligence. You won't maybe perhaps understand nothing about it, or maybe you understand everything about it, but to some extent you still can't grab the essence of it. It's written like all the Vedic knowledge, for example. It's still very, very dangerous to you if you don't have a pure guru, who self-realized guru. You can still misuse it, like all the big demons in a Vedic history. They all have Vedic knowledge, but they misuse that knowledge for their own benefit, for their own personal agenda. Like, it's based on intelligence. Like the intelligence is corrupted in a way, or contaminated, or not pure, or hasn't reached that level yet of what really is beneficial for the soul. So that's how Magician card comes into being. In a tarot, it's ruled by planet Mercury, which is the central pillar, the central function of all that esoteric knowledge. Like, everything is based on a planet Mercury. Everything is kind of guided through Mercury. And it's true, everything is based on intelligence, so they have it straight to the point. Those people who are very much into Vedic knowledge and don't really appreciate the Western occult should perhaps reconsider their opinion, because Western world has absolutely conquered the entire planet, and they've done it in the last 500 years, and they're heavily relying on occult knowledge to accomplish it. So you can't say there's no power. They have a little bit of very powerful knowledge, they have faith in it, they use it, and they achieving a result. Very, very like powerful external result. Will it be good for the soul? That's a different thing. Vedic knowledge is more about pure benediction and a benefit for your soul, for your ultimate well-being. While esoteric knowledge is more about operating in this world. It's like a corrupt Vedic knowledge in many ways, because they don't explain the soul's ultimate goal. So it's all based on a magician. Magician is also in occult knowledge understood a person who is in a contact with the spirit, with the god, with the demigods, with the spirits. So it depends on your state of mind, who you're communicating with, and what kind of things you're bringing out. Magician card is also connected, obviously, to the concept of magic. Magic means like you, by the power of ritual, empowered with the emotions, yeah, with a strong desire, you make a ritual, and you bring out effect in this material world. Like, let's say, just something very simple to give you an idea how it works for those who don't know. Like, let's say you have a desire to see the girl in a red dress drop the box of strawberries, just to see if you have magical power or not. So you do the ritual that in next 3 days I want to see the girl wearing the red dress dropping the box of strawberries. So that's a very, how you say, odd coincidence that that will happen to you, just out of the blue. But if you do the ritual and you see how universe corresponds to it, and if that happens in some sequence of trees, like 3 days, 6 days, 9 days, 12 days, something like this, you see you have magical power. You can say, oh yes, it was a coincidence, but it somehow come into your vision. So as you see, like small, tiny things like this are accomplished, people go for bigger ones, bigger ones, bigger ones, and ultimately they think they are the god of the world. And that's why magic is actually condemned in the Vedic knowledge, because it poses to false ego. False ego is thinking, I'm this body, I'm the controller, I am man and woman, like this, and all the rest of it, starting with the identifying with the body. So magician card also gives you intellect, gives you this power of identification who you are. So magic, intellect, magician card, that's how the whole tarot kind of enrolls. Yes. Okay, let's keep this video now here and come back later. Ciao.